Welcome back to a brand new episode of Mastering Programming. In today's episode, I'll be talking to you about the Apple Watch Ultra. Now, originally, I actually wanted to speak about the technical side of things, so what it can do, what it can't do, the pros, the cons of owning the Apple Watch Ultra. And then I realized that so many people have already done that. Almost every YouTube channel that I'm subscribing to has already done a video speaking about it, and I just realized that I won't make any video that's better than that. I then decided, well, I'll just do an unboxing, and obviously that has been even done many more times. And so I thought I would try and find any unique perspective or any unique ideas that I went through owning the Apple Watch Ultra and receiving the Apple Watch Ultra. And it didn't take me that much time, because I realized straight away that, unlike many people, I was actually gifted this Apple Watch Ultra by a group of my best friends as a graduation present. And so there's a few things here. I was not the person who actually spent the money on it, and so I don't really need to justify to myself or to you what kind of features are here and why I needed to buy it. I didn't spend money on it, so I actually like it, and I don't need to like it just because I spend money on it. So that's my first point that I'll be talking about this video. And also, it was a surprise gift, and I didn't know I was going to be receiving it. And I actually have a video of me receiving the gift that I'll be putting side by side, and we're going to watch it together. And this is another part that I wanted to talk about in this video, and that's how much power Apple products, and especially new ones like these, really have on people like me who are into tech, and how it actually feels to own an Apple product or get gifted an Apple product. Just that side of things when it comes to the products that Apple provide. And finally, I'm not really an athlete. I don't play sports. I don't do any extreme stuff. And even if I do, I definitely don't need this watch to accommodate for whatever activities I'm doing. And so I want to also go over why I still think, even though I'm not an athlete, or even though I'm probably not going to use a lot of the features here, this Apple Watch is worth it for me. And probably if I was not gifted this Apple Watch, I probably would have definitely went and bought it myself. Now, let's actually jump into the body of this video by watching the video together of me receiving it and unboxing it, and we're gonna see together how it works.
What are we still recording?
Just real quick, that girl is actually my girlfriend, and I think it's the first time I've been on the channel, so
I had to get you a soccer It was just empty.
I was too scared to open it. Oh, I'm getting stressed again.
No, yeah! Were you handy?
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a butterfly. Yeah, get these box.
I'm tearing up just watching.
Nanu.
That just brought every feeling that I felt on that day.
Who got it? Monica did. Who got it? No way. Can you open it? I know.
Oh man. Wow. Yeah, you can tell there was definitely a lot of emotions in that video. I was so excited that I got it, and I couldn't believe that anyone got me this. It's so expensive. They all knew I loved it though, because I was talking about it for the past 3 weeks, and I just couldn't believe that someone actually gifted it to me. And aside from the fact that I was so happy that my friends actually listened to me and they cared so much that they got me something that they knew I really liked and I really wanted, actually getting that gift was even much crazier. And you can see that I straight away was about to unbox the box, I guess. And you can also see that I was wearing the original Apple Watch that I had or owned at that time, which is the Apple Watch Series 3. So I think that's 7 versions ahead now. And I straight away jumped to this. And the first thing I'm going to just explain from this video is the impact getting an Apple product is. Now, I knew I wasn't going to start using this for doing extreme stuff like climbing mountains or running a marathon or anything like that. But trust me when I say that by the way, within the same 5 minutes, I took my old one off, I set the new one, and that's something else actually that I'm just gonna mention about Apple now is how quickly it is for you to actually like get up a new Apple product and start using it straight away. Like I own the PlayStation, the 5, and I own so many other gadgets, so many new technologies that come every year. I'm always on top of my game when it comes to this stuff, and there's just no other product, there's no other company where you can unbox it and you can start like wearing it and use it as if you've owned it for a week, like Apple products. I was in a restaurant, and before the food came, or I think it was after the food came, I had already worn it and started using it, started getting notifications on it. Everything was set up. The PlayStation took me like a day to get all the updates installed. My Nintendo Switch, same thing. So, and you still need to buy like hard drives or some other controller or some stuff like that. But with Apple products, and that's the first thing that I want to bring in this video, it's just so easy to actually get it. Now, the second thing is you can't obviously tell from the video of me looking at it at the box what was going through my mind, but as soon as I received this watch, all I was thinking about, and even though I knew I wouldn't do it, is, you know what, maybe I won't be running a marathon, but we should probably exercise or start walking every day. We should go swimming and try the waterproofness and the diving computer in it. There were so many things that I straight away was like, you know what, I want to try this and I want to do this just because I got this. And I don't think any other product or any other company does sells products that have that impact on someone's life. It's not like the Apple Watch forces me to go for a walk. It doesn't force me to sleep early. It doesn't force me to do anything. But somehow, just as soon as I put it on, just because Apple really stressed out on who this is for, and I wasn't that person, but it sort of made me want to be that person. It made me want to be that extreme athlete. I'm still not, and I won't be, but I definitely do go walks every day now, and I enjoy so much just opening the workout app on this and recording my walk. Even though it's not for a goal, like I'm not planning on running a marathon, but just having it recording is a huge thing that I just enjoy. And this is something that I really think is unique to Apple. The second thing that changed after getting the after receiving, the Apple Watch Ultra is I never used to wear any kind of watch, smartwatch or not, while I'm asleep. Like I just used to hate that so much. Used to hate the feeling of it. But with this one, because it has really cool sleep tracking analysis, and I'll show it on the screen here at some point, but I really enjoy wearing it. And as soon as I wake up now, the first thing I'll do, not actually check social media, not check Facebook, not check Instagram or emails. The first thing I like to do now is just go on the health app on my iPhone and see how my sleeping went. And I get surprised every day. Sometimes my sleep has been actually good. Sometimes, do you see how quick that was? Just canceling a call. Sometimes my sleeping is bad. Sometimes it's not organized. And I just really enjoy looking at the data that it provides. It even checks for my heart rate, my body temperature. So I know, or I should know at least, if I have anything out of the ordinary that I'm going through health-wise. Now, speaking of social media and checking Facebook, checking Instagram, and so on, there's so many situations where I could be walking my dog, I could be swimming, I could be doing whatever, and because I've got my phone with me, it's just natural that I would just picking it up and start flicking through it without even getting a notification or anything like that. Like I would randomly, whether I'm working, let's say I'm in the office, and my phone's usually, before I got the watch, my phone's usually facing up on my desk just so I can see if I'm getting any call or any message or anything like that. And because it's like that, usually I would just pick it up randomly and go through Facebook or Insta or whatever. Now, I still would have liked to focus a little bit more, and sometimes I just wanted to not actually check social media that much. And so now with this one, it comes automatically with like the cellular ability, so you can receive and accept calls, get notifications, whatever you want on this. And what I started doing is now if I'm going for a walk, if I'm going for a swim, if I'm in the office, many times, or most of the times actually, I would just keep my phone somewhere else. It could be the backpack if I'm in the office, could be even just at home, and I just go for a walk sometimes. And what that does is it still keeps me connected. So if I get a call from someone important, or like an emergency call, or just any call, honestly, or any notification, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, I'm still receiving that notification, so I'm still feeling like I'm connected, because I get like terrified when I'm not, but I still feel like I'm connected. without actually the ability to view those posts or go on social media at all. And so sometimes I'll be sitting in the office and I'll be sitting for an hour, and usually during the hour I would have picked up my phone so many other times, but because I'm wearing this now, even if I get a notification, I just check it and I dismiss it without actually being able to check that. And I think that's really cool. And this takes me to the next point, is how independent or how much can you actually depend on the Apple Watch Ultra without the iPhone. And honestly, I think you can really do it. Like if you have your laptop with you and an Apple Watch Ultra, you can really just depend on it completely. And you no longer need your phone to make calls. You can even send minor emails from it using third-party apps like Outlook. And you can organize meetings, you can accept meetings, dismiss meetings. You can honestly do everything with this. Now, is it more dependable than the iPhone? Well, no, because you actually still need the iPhone for many things, including things that have the Apple Watch Ultra features in it. For example, if you want to have a look at your health data that the Apple Watch tracks, you still need a phone to have a look at it. But throughout your day, you can actually depend on this much more than the iPhone. And the reason for this is battery life. Right now, every time I'm going out, I can 100% guarantee that this watch will not die and my phone will die. Now, if you're going for a concert, if you're going to a theme park, if you're just doing anything that requires a full day sort of thing and you might be away from your phone, the Apple Watch Ultra will survive. In fact, it will survive for days. You can wake up, sleep, and wake up and sleep again, and you will still have it on. And that's assuming you're using it normally to pay for things, to make calls, and stuff like that. And there's actually, Unbooked Therapy, I think, made a video about this, and I'll link it. But what I'm trying to say is, this is so reliable. You can go camping with it, and it will work perfectly. And all of this, and I haven't even tried the new low power mode, which is meant to give you like 62 hours or something like this. So this definitely makes me feel very confident. I'll be out, I don't even need to worry about my phone. Now finally, and this is the last thing that I want to mention, is why someone like me might actually get this. Now, I don't, like I mentioned so many times in this video, I'm not an athlete, but this has few different things that I really like that the Series 8 now, I think, or Series 9, the newest non-Ultra Apple Watch, doesn't have. And that is, I love how big it is, and let me just show you how big it actually is. So it's a pretty large screen, you can see. Now the colors here and the resolution is incredible. I love looking at this. I love getting notifications on it. I love reading messages on it. It's beautiful. It's something that I really enjoy. At the same time, it's actually very rugged. Now I can throw this across the room. I'm not going to do that, but I'm very sloppy, so I always hit it against things. I've hit it against a car. I've hit it against a wall. I've hit it against rocks sometimes, and from what I can see at least, it doesn't have a single scratch on it. Now the second thing that I really like is the battery life on this. The battery life is just unmatched on any other Apple Watch, so that's why even if you're not an athlete, more battery is just always great. And finally, now you might not think you need this, but the emergency features on this watch can actually really save your life one day. And I know it might sound silly, why pay $1,000 extra or like $900 extra for this and not just a normal watch? But you never know. Maybe one day you'll get in a car crash and this will be able to detect it. Or maybe one day you'll be lost and the siren can get you out of things. So anyway, that's at least my justification to why I really like this. I promised at the beginning that I wouldn't be talking about all these other features that it has that I might not use, even though I'm in love with them, but I won't mention them. This is more of a realistic video why someone like me can and would like this watch. In conclusion, and to honestly just end this video, I really want to speak about how I think this is almost the perfect Apple product. Like, this stands so much for what Apple is. And what I'm trying to say with this is that Apple was never about doing things first. They were also never about doing things that everyone else is doing. They always wanted to do the best thing in the best looking way and also the most practical way. There's watches already that can last much longer than this one, smartwatches. And there's watches that can do a little bit more accurate things than this one, but there's no watch that's this small, weighs this much, and does all these things. And I think that's what Apple stands for. They never do things the easy way. They could have done this so much bigger, so much bulkier, and just gave you the same technology. Instead, I think they waited this long to accommodate for all this technology in this sizing, and let me actually show you how big this is compared to my iPhone. So it's almost exactly the same size, but it weighs much less. If there's one thing that I can probably bring with me to the past to freak people out and like show them how far humanity has come, it would be this. You can access maps, you can call people, you can see your photos, you can use the compass in it. You can actually track where your car is. Like if I click, and I'll show this right now, or I'll try show it at least. It shows you where my car is parked, and it shows that it's parked somewhere here, which it is. And I just think that's so cool. Like no one would think that this is technology. They would think that this is just some sort of magic. And I really think that this just shows you how far Apple has come. Thanks so much for watching. I know it got boring at some stages, but this is what I think of the Apple Watch. I hope you also can get your hands on one and test it for yourself. Let me know in the comments if you actually like this video. Let me know if you think this is something that you can use and something that you would benefit from. And let me know what other products you think can replace this Apple Watch Ultra. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you in the next episode.